Woo. Whoo-wee. All right, we got the California beanie. Repping the California. It's motherfucking state. I was born and raised in this bitch. Probably will not die in this motherfucker if I had my way, my choice. But this is a fresh and funky. We talk sports on here. We talk all types of shit up on here. I mean, we try to keep it real as we can be. We try not to be fucking fake on here. Just one man that just talk sports. I'm gonna have some fancy bells and whistles, but I have to build upon something. As the old Kevin Costner and the James Earl Jones. If you build it, they will come. Well, it kind of depends on what you're building and who you want to come to. Said so, I mean, especially nowadays. I just don't want just anybody to be in here. I want people that want to be here, not the haters that just always hate around, or people that just no man, well, no, 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 oh well, no, what. So it is Monday afternoon here out in the west coast. It's 5 p.m. out there in the East Coast. Obviously, about 4 in the Midwest or so. You're in the mountains. You're probably it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody's getting ready to get off of work. Get ready to enjoy some dinner, maybe, or just. But we have a lot of sports to talk about here. Obviously, we had a great sports weekend with college football. I mean, how great was it? If you're a Tennessee Volunteers fan, you're not gonna like it here. Tennessee really, proved people why they shouldn't have been number one. In my humble, honest opinion, Tennessee deserved to be number two. Georgia deserved to be number one, and now Georgia is pretty much solely number one now. Then you probably got LSU now. LSU now catapults itself over the undefeated Ohio State, over the one loss, over the one loss, over the one loss Tennessee, over the undefeated, or over the undefeated Ohio State and Michigan, might I add. And so LSU is up there now. We have a Georgia LSU number one, number two playoff push now here. Now Georgia deserves it because Georgia, I don't know what people think that Georgia's just some punk ass bitch team in the SEC, and that just Alabama and all these teams are just gonna roll over these guys. And I caution you too as well if you are a Ohio State fan. I mean, Ohio State could probably give Georgia a great fight, but I don't know, man. Georgia's got that defense that Georgia has, and I know statistically Ohio State does have a really good defense this year as well. Top, at least top 10, at least top 5, you know, statistically. So let's not get shit twisted over here, you know. And Georgia's had its little bit of scares. Obviously, Kent State was a scare at home, but that was just early on in the season. I mean, and anybody knows it's just like college basketball tonight. Any teams tonight that lose is not they haven't lost the chance to get out of the tournament tonight. Whether you win or lose tonight doesn't hurt or help your chances. You're just trying to get your basketball legs and the team. You're trying to get things underway here. You're trying to figure things out as a team. Like who's our leader? Who we're gonna go to? What are gonna be our guys coming off the bench that we need a spark from? You know where we learn about adjustments, where we learn to clean up here, and things of that nature. So that's why I love today. And and then we had the NFL. NFL was, I mean, boy, what I tell you. I mean, the Jets came to play. They played a hell of a lot different than they did against the Patriots. And the Bills just, I don't, for whatever reason, they just they faltered down the end. I mean, I mean, if you look in hindsight, the bad first interception that Josh Allen had in that game, and the opportunities they had in the game, and definitely going to come back to haunt them. Green Bay, Green Bay loses again. I mean, losing a lot of players now. Romeo Dobbs, obviously Eric Stokes. You mean losing a lot of players now. So obviously the mystique of Green Bay Packers winning the division this year has definitely sunk down because they're now 3-6 here. It is a troubling sign. Am I here to write out the Packers and say that they don't have a chance to come back and maybe get on a good winning streak and win? No, but I mean, I don't know. I find it's kind of hard. It's going to be hard to kind of right that ship right now here. I mean, they're really gonna have to win some games and instill some games, obviously, the rest of the way of the season if they want any type of chance to get their season back on course and a chance to at least compete for the division. And well, Minnesota 7-1, coming back and beating the Commanders and winning that game 20-17, putting us at 7-1. We're going up against the Buffalo Bills this week, so I mean, Minnesota's got a tall task here. We we choked against the Eagles earlier this season. Now we got to prove that we can win and beat a team like the Bills that went to the playoffs and deep in the playoffs and looks to go deep in the playoffs this year here. Kind of, I mean, obviously, people think they're going to just be some undefeated team. No, they're going to have some falters and they might lose some games like they did yesterday, but ultimately they're gonna be in the cusp of the fight here in the AFC East. I mean, in the AFC East, and obviously in the AFC for the playoff hunt. So, yeah. So we really seen a lot of teams that we saw Chicago Bears. Justin Fields now is looking mighty pretty good here now. So they could build upon that. That is amazing. And obviously yesterday the big news. I mean, obviously the big news for today is the Indianapolis Colts fire Frank Wright. And I mean all of us knew. I mean, I knew going into the season if he didn't have a good start to the season, I knew Frank Wright was in trouble. Obviously Carolina now doesn't have a coach. Obviously now Indianapolis. I mean, Indianapolis looks ripe, and you know who a name I'm gonna throw out there for Indianapolis to put as their coach, Sean Payton. Wouldn't be surprised that Sean Payton lands there next year as their head coach for the Indianapolis Colts. Mark my words, Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton, if he goes down there with obviously if they keep Matt Ryan around or not, obviously if they're in the top of the seed, they're gonna obviously try to go for one of these top quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud, Henderson Hooker, obviously, Spencer Rattler. I mean, obviously, some of these other guys that are going to they're going to be coveted towards the top of the draft. And obviously, these teams are looking at, I wouldn't say Indianapolis is looking to rebuild. They're just looking to retool it as far as the coaching and GM to make sure they continue to build upon what they already have there. They got some good talent there. I think they need to keep some of that talent there. Obviously, they need to get rid of some other guys and obviously try to think about next year. Obviously, this year they got to ride the rest of the season with Sam Ellinger, but I don't know, man. I mean, maybe you throw Matt Ryan back out there, see what you got. I mean, obviously, I guess they're giving Sam Ellinger an audition right now. If that's what they're going to do for the rest of the way, they're trying to see if he's good enough to be at least a backup or better. So, we'll see there. I mean, obviously Jonathan Taylor was hurt, so that definitely hurt the Colts a lot as far as the running game but Jonathan Taylor has not really been a factor to start the season. So anybody in fantasy that's had Jonathan Taylor, I know you're probably disappointed right now. You're probably looking to trade him right now. I mean, honestly, if I'm a Jonathan Taylor owner right now, I would trade him for somebody. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get Joe Mixon. You're not probably not going to be able to get Nick Chubb. You might not even be able to get Christian McCaffrey. But but if you have, if you don't really have too many good running backs, maybe you hope that you bank on, maybe you have like a David Montgomery or something that you're like, well, you know what? Maybe I trade Montgomery, but I don't know. Montgomery's value and Khalil Herbert's value is going to be pretty good, knowing that Justin Fields is playing well and helping him out. So I don't know. Maybe maybe you can only get certain value for that. And I'm not saying I don't even think you would trade. I don't think if you're somebody, you would trade Damian Pierce. I don't know. Would you trade Kenneth Walker the third right now for Jonathan Taylor? I don't know. I don't think I'm. You know, if I had maybe Antonio Gibson, if I'm an Antonio Gibson owner, or I'm trying to think of another running back that's probably not has not done really well this season. Obviously, I mean, obviously, if you got any of the running backs from the Rams, you're probably in a scramble. Cause yeah, I mean, I'm not really thinking and thinking of anybody that you really would want to trade. I mean, unless you only had Isaiah Pachenko or you had maybe James Cook, those guys. But they're going to get involved in those offenses later on as the season goes on. So So that being said, I mean, it was a pretty interesting weekend. I mean, some underdogs. Obviously, the Jets were a big underdog that won here, and so I mean, and Tom Brady, the Rams. I don't know, Rams just kind of self-destructing themselves. They won the Super Bowl, and you know they're kind of having a hangover over here. So I don't know. If you're the Rams, I mean, if you're the Rams, you're looking up at Seattle and you're looking up at the 49ers, and you've already lost the season meaning with the 49ers already. So I mean, it's I mean, you know, best best chance scenario they have is if Seattle can beat the Niners somehow, but then the other teams, like, I mean, obviously Arizona couldn't beat Seattle this weekend, so, and usually Seattle struggles. Historically, statistically, Seattle struggles against Arizona, but Geno Smith, is proven, man, he's the guy for Seattle right now. I mean, everybody thought, well, man, Seattle's gonna be a fucking bum, man. Russell Wilson, oh, they're gonna be trash. Them sea trashes, they're gonna be sea trashers everywhere. Man, boy, where are the Seattle doubters now? Seattle doubters, where are you now? Let's ask about that, because Seattle, and I had a discussion with my good friend, Timmy Thick, about this. He is a Seattle Seahawks, avid fan, and we talk here from time to time, not like we always used to, but I'm saying Seattle has a good shot this year now to ride their own ticket and to prove to people, hey, and then plus they got draft capital too. People got to remember they still got draft capital even though they're doing well. They still got some picks here from teams, and so Seattle is gonna be a team definitely you got to watch out for. I mean, Minnesota, we're playing well, but we definitely got to get a win on the road in Buffalo to prove to people that we are for real, that we are a contender, and we're not going anywhere. Obviously, I'd like to see Dalvin Cook get a little more involved. I'd like to see I'd like to see us, our defense is playing way better than last year. I mean, having games that we look bad against Philadelphia, yes, and some other games as well, But I think as a whole, we're playing a hell of a lot better. We got a hell of a lot better coaching out there. I mean, and we're 7-1. So, and even if we do lose to the Bills, I mean, hopefully we do lose. And if we do lose the game, I hopefully we lose with like 7 or less. Hopefully we don't get blown out. And I think if we do get blown out, it's because we probably didn't play very well. And, obviously it's tough to win up in Buffalo, especially this time of the year. Starts to get colder. Starts to get colder. But, like I said, Josh Allen, and this is the metrics here. I mean, the Bills have been a playoff staple for the past couple years here, and damn near Super Bowl contenders right now, in my eyes, in my book, to put themselves in the Super Bowl. If I'm picking anybody to be in there right now, to be honest. And then I think if we can get up there and we can, obviously Stephon Diggs is going to want to have a lot of revenge. The brothers, the Dalvin versus James Cook this weekend. So I don't know. Maybe I do a parlay with both the brothers here. We'll see about that here. Maybe Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs parlay. Anytime touchdowns maybe for them. But yeah, we got some college basketball to talk about right now. Talk about some college basketball right now. Let's get into some scores right now. Let's get the scores. That's at the scores table here. All right. So right now, second half, James Madison leads against Valley Forge, 86-16. No, this is not a typo. And no, Valley Forge is a college. James Madison Dukes are just taking care of business today. And there's 15:37 to go in the second half. So James Madison very well put up 200 today before Valley Forge gets even 50 points. We got the UNC Greensboro. The Spartans are leading 16-7 over the Johnson Wales North Carolina Wildcats. That is I believe it's a Division II or Division III college. Then we have Harvard trailing Morehouse, the Maroon Tigers here. The Morehouse Division II Morehouse, I should say, against the Division I Harvard here. It is 6-15 now here. And I actually took this game. I picked the over 140.5 here between Harvard and Morehouse. I really wanted to take Morehouse here. I mean, I didn't know exactly. I mean, but Harvard here. Harvard's a team. They're an Ivy League team. They might come back here, but it's good to see that Morehouse is putting the points up here. We'll see if Harvard can also put up the points to possibly win this game, and hopefully this becomes a back and forth matchup here. We got Defiance against the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, and not Oakland, California. It's Oakland, Michigan. We got Coppin State, Charlotte 49ers. We got the University of Milwaukee Panthers versus Missouri Southeast, I think. Fisher College versus UMass Lowell or Riverhawks. We got Warren Wilson College taking on App State. We got New Orleans, the Privateers, taking on the Butler Bulldogs. Got the number 4 Kentucky Wildcats opening up the home bid against Howard Bison. We got the number 22 Michigan Wolverines taking on the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. We got the LaSalle Explorers versus number 16 Villanova Battle of Philadelphia. We got the Merrimack Warriors against the St. John's Red Storm. We have the South Dakota State Jackrabbits and the Akron Zips. We got Tarleton State Texans versus the Arizona State Sun Devils. We got Earlham Quakers against Ball State, the Cardinal. We got the Air Force Falcons versus the Bowling Green Falcons, the Battle of the Falcons. We got Lebanon Valley, the Flying Dutchman versus Bucknell Bison. Colgate Raiders versus the Buffalo Bulls. The Chaminade, the Silver Swords versus Cincinnati Bearcats. We got the Citadel Bulldogs against the Clemson Tigers. Notre Dame College of Ohio, the Falcons are taking on Cleveland State, the Vikings. We got St. Mary's of Maryland, the Seahawks, taking on the Coastal Carolina and the Chanticleers. We got the Guilford Quakers taking on the Davidson Wildcats. We got the Lindenwood Lions taking on the number 24 Dayton Flyers. We got the Wilmington Delaware Wildcats taking on the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens. The Battle of Delaware. We have the Idaho Vandals taking on the Denver Pioneers. We got the Jacksonville Dolphins taking on the number 7 Duke Blue Devils. We got Emory and Henderson, the Wasps taking on the East Tennessee State Buccaneers. We got Erskine, the Flying Fleet, taking on Elion, the Phoenix. We got the Houston Christian, formerly Houston Baptist Huskies, taking on Florida International Panthers. We got the Stetson Hatters taking on the Florida State Seminoles. We got North Greenville, the Crusaders taking on the Furman Paladins. We have Lynn College, the Fighting Knights taking on Florida Atlantic. Virginia State, the Trojans taking on George Washington, the Colonials. We got the Siena Saints taking on the Holy Cross Crusaders. Going to be a good basketball game there. Morehead State Eagles taking on number 13 ranked Indiana Hoosiers. Green Bay, Wisconsin Phoenixes taking on the Indiana State Sycamores. The Penn Quakers taking on Iona Gales. That will be an interesting college matchup. Regent Royals taking on the Liberty Flames. The Niagara Purple Eagles taking on the Maryland Terrapins. The Northern Arizona Lumberjacks taking on Michigan State Sparty. We got the Edward Waters in North Carolina A&T. We have Robert Morris in Ohio State. Maryland Eastern Shore and Old Dominion. Winthrop and Penn State. University of Tennessee Martin taking on the Pittsburgh Panthers. Carolina University Bruins taking on Presbyterian. Quinnipiac taking on Rhode Island. We got Virginia Military Institute taking on the Richmond Spiders. The Columbia Lions taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. We got St. Francis University, the Red Flash, taking on St. Bonaventure. We got Mount St. Mary's, the Blue Knights, taking on St. Francis of Brooklyn. We got the New Jersey Institute of Tech taking on the St. Peter's Peacocks. They were the Cinderella team last year. We'll see how they do tonight. We got the Wagner Seahawks taking on the Temple Owls. We have Tennessee Tech taking on Tennessee Volunteers. Valparaiso taking on Toledo. We got Albany taking on Townsend. We got Montevallo taking on Troy. We got Manhattan taking on Virginia Commonwealth. We got the Brown Bears versus the Vermont Catamounts. We have Mount St. Mary's, the Mountaineers, taking on West Virginia, the Mountaineers, the Battle of the Mountaineers there. We have Bob Jones University and Wolford. We got Sarah Lawrence University, the Graffoons, taking on the Yale Bulldogs. We got Marshall Thundering Herd against Queens University, the Royals. We got Oakwood, the Ambassadors, taking on Northern Alabama Lions. We got LaGrange, the Panthers, taking on Kennesaw State. We got Kent State taking on Northern Kentucky. We got Thomas taking on Bryant. We got Bethune-Cookman in Iowa, the Hawkeyes. We got Keystone, the Giants, taking on the Army West Point Black Knights. We got the Alabama State Hornets and the University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers, the Battle of Alabama. We got the Ohio Bobcats and the Belmont Bruins. We got Northeastern Huskies taking on the Boston University Terriers. We got the Youngstown Penguins taking on the Canis Golden Griffins. The Golden Griffins, not Peter Griffin. We got the Chattanooga Mocs taking on the Charleston Cougars. We got the Stony Hill Skyhawks. They're gonna need a lot of marijuana tonight because they're playing the Yukon Huskies. Probably gonna get beat down pretty bad. We got the Miami Middletown, the Thunderhawks, taking on the Eastern Kentucky the Colonels. We got Wayne State's and Michigan Warriors taking on Eastern Michigan, the Eagles, so Battle of Michigan. We have Dartmouth, the Big Green versus Fordham Rams. We got Clayton State versus Georgia Tech. We got Central Connecticut State Blue Devils versus UMass Minutemen. We got Lafayette Leopards versus the Miami Hurricanes. We got the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. We got Brandis University, the judges taking on New Hampshire, the Wildcats. We got the Hofstra Pride taking on the Princeton Tigers. We have Texas State Bobcats and the Washington State Cougars. Navy Midshipmen and William and Mary Tribe. We have Morgan State Bears and Xavier. We have Virginia Lynchburg and Norfolk State. We got Brevard College and South Carolina Upstate. We have Chattanooga against Binghamton. We got Lola, Maryland, the Greyhounds taking on DePaul. We got North Dakota State, the Bison are taking on number 10 ranked Arkansas. We got Harding taking on Arkansas State. We got George Mason, the Patriots go to take on number 15 Auburn. And then we have Jackson State and Abilene Christian. We have Cornell, the Big Red, taking on Boston College. Wisconsin Parkside, the Rangers taking on Bradley. And St. Augustine taking on Campbell, the Fighting Campbells. So that is obviously that is all the games being played tonight here in college basketball here. And that is just the men's here. Let's get an update on the women's side here. We're gonna have an update here on the women's side. My women's parlay did not cash. I took the over in the Lady Wolfpack of Nevada and Lady St. Mary Gales. So, all right, going on right now here. We have Syracuse, the Lady Qs, Lady Orange are winning 76-54 over Stony Brook. We have the Lady UOP Tigers leading in the third here, in the third quarter here, 65-41 over Riverside. That was one of my picks. We had the Lady Hurricanes leading 62-32 over Maryland Eastern Shore here in the third. We got halftime where we got Bowling Green beating St. Bonaventure 37-31. We got halftime in Northeastern. The Lady Huskies of Northeastern are leading 35-31 over Boston University. We're still in the second. The Lady Cardinal Louisville, number 7 ranked, are beating the Cincinnati Lady Bearcats 26-10 in the second quarter. We have the number 10 ranked Wolfpack of North Carolina State, the Lady Wolfpack here, are leading 23-9 in the second here over Quinnipiac. Then we have Virginia Tech, the Lady Hokies, leading 23-5 over the Mount St. Mary's, the Lady Mountaineers. We have Oklahoma, the Lady Sooners, leading at the end of the first quarter here, 38-17 over the Lady Oral Roberts. Then we have the Princeton, the Lady Tigers here, ranked number 24, leading 20-9 over Temple, the Lady Owls. We got Caroline University leading 19-15 over the Presbyterian ladies here in the second quarter here. Yeah, Utah State leading the College of Idaho ladies 28-11. We got New Hampshire beating Colby Sawyer. The ladies of Sawyer of Colby only have 1 point. They've only scored 1 point in the first quarter. Oh wow. That has to be a women's college record right there. And look at Meredith, the same. Meredith has only scored 2 points. Meredith College has scored 2 points against the Lady Carlton Charleston Cougars. And the Lady Virginia Cavaliers leading the George Washington, the Lady Colonials there. But that is a close game still in the second there. We have the Evansville, the Lady Aces of Evansville leading 22-18 over the Eastern Kentucky. Then we got the Linwood Lady Lions trailing the Eastern Michigan Lady Eagles here by the score of 19-16 here in the second. We got the Canis ladies, the Lady Golden Griffins here, leading 14-10 here in the second over the Buffalo Bulls, Lady Bulls. And we got the Navy, the lady midshipmen. I like to say the lady midshipwomen are leading 26-18 over the lady William and Mary tribe here. So we got 44 points there. I took the over in that game as well. So so Lady Bonaventures are losing. So they're down by 6. I picked them. All right. And we got the Army, the the women of West Point here are beating Emmanuel College here 22-15 here in the second. We got California Baptist. The Lancers are leading by 1 here 23-22 against the University of San Diego, the Tridents here. Then we got the Lady Spartans of South Carolina Upstate are beating Southwestern Wesleyan College here 27-17 in the second. We got the Lady Green Wave leading 30-15 over the Grambling in the second. We got the Lady Mustangs of SMU beating the Lady Hornets of Alabama State in the second here. We got the Lady Eagles beating, it's a Battle of Boston here against UMass Lowell here, 21-16. Pretty close game. And UMass, the Minutemen, or the Lady Minute Women right there here are leading 22-19 over the Lady Blue Devils of Central Connecticut State. The Lady High Point over here. Okay. We have the over in that game as well here. So that doesn't look like it's going the over here. Pretty low scoring game, 18-14 here. But I was intrigued to pick the High Point ladies here. So we'll see. We'll see how this game goes. And we have Wake Forest, the Lady Demon Deacons leading 21-12 here in the second here. So most of these games are in the second. We got Shepherd College and Morgan State here coming up here soon. We had Johnson C. Smith and North Carolina Central. We got Georgia College and Charleston Southern. We got North Carolina Wesleyan versus Campbell, the Lady Camels. We got Troy versus Sanford. We got University Virginia of Lynchburg versus Norfolk State. We got Agnes Scott's College against Georgia State. We got Bloomsburg University against Binghamton. Morehead State versus South Florida. We got Yale, Fordham. We got Florida A&M in Florida. Northwestern and the number 20 Lady Ducks of Oregon. We got the Mid-Atlantic Christian University taking on the ladies from Hampton. We got Allen University against the ladies from Georgia Southern. The Winthrop, the Lady Eagles, taking on the ladies from the Central Florida Knights. We got Lady Bryant Bulldogs taking on the Lady Big Green. Stony Hill, the Lady Seahawks taking on the Lehigh Hawks here. Battle of the Hawks here. Arizona Christian versus Grand Canyon. It's a battle of the Christians. We got St. Thomas, Minnesota versus Northern Iowa. We got Alabama A&M in Alabama. Houston and Louisiana Lafayette. The Lady Cajun. We got South Carolina State, Lady Bulldogs versus East Carolina, Lady Pirates. We got Point Park versus Duquesne. We got Xavier versus Miami, Ohio, Battle of Ohio. We got LSU, Alexandria versus Southeast Louisiana. We got Rio Grande Valley versus Oklahoma State. We got Kennesaw State and Ole Miss. We got Coastal Carolina and Georgia. We got Central Baptist College and Louisiana Tech. We got Fisk College versus Tennessee State. We got the Lady Roadrunners of San Antonio versus Stephen F. Austin. We got Converse College versus UNC Asheville. We got Western Illinois and Minnesota. We got Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Texas A&M. We got Letani. Sounds like a French college there, and against Northwestern State. We got Our Lady of the Lake versus Incarnate Word. Sounds like a very elegant ladies basketball game there. Central Arkansas and Kansas State. We got shorter. We got shorter versus Jacksonville State. Not making this up. We got Northern Illinois and number 9, the Notre Dame, the Lady Fighting Irish. We got the number 17, Lady Terrapins taking on George Mason. Cal State East Bay versus the Lady San Francisco Dons. Young Harris College versus Chattanooga, the Lady Moats. We got Lenore Rainier College versus UNC Wilmington. We got Flagler versus Stetson. We got University California Santa Barbara versus Santa Clara. We got Bluefield State versus Western Carolina. Wofford Youngstown State. Goshen College versus Purdue Fort Wayne. We got Middle Tennessee versus Mercer. Holy Cross versus Merrimack. University of Illinois Chicago versus Indiana Purdue IUPIU, as I like to call them. Then we got Green Bay versus Drake. We got Valparaiso and Central Michigan, Ball State, Tennessee Tech, Wagner, Manhattan, Fairfield Brown, Oakland City, Southern Indiana, Missouri of St. Louis College against Eastern Illinois. We got Hartford, Sacred Heart, Long Island University, Ohio, Niagara, Loyola, Maryland, Cornell, Colgate, Radford, Kentucky, Delaware, Longwood. We got Villanova, Marist, New Jersey, iTech versus Rider, Maine, James Madison, Warner University, North Florida, Old Dominion, Florida Gulf Coast, Cumberland, Tennessee against Austin Peay, Battle of Tennessee, Bucknell versus St. Francis, Rhode Island against Harvard, Loyola Chicago versus Western Michigan, LaSalle versus Howard, St. Peter's, the Lady Peacocks taking on Seton Hall, Dayton, the Lady Flyers taking on the Lady Friars, and then we got Lady Golden Bears versus Cal State University Northridge. Here we got North Texas Dallas versus Texas A&M Commerce. We got University of the South against Houston Christian. We got Pittsburgh versus Coppin State. We got Missouri and Missouri State. Arkansas Pine Bluff. Louisiana Christian University against Monroe. Goliford versus Greensboro. Fresno Pacific versus Fresno State. Alcorn State, Tulsa. Idaho, Utah. Vanderbilt, Western Kentucky. Bellarmine versus number 16 ranked LSU. Lamar versus number 18 ranked Baylor. Number 21 ranked Creighton Blue Jays versus 23 ranked South Dakota State. So that's going to be a real good game tonight. If anybody wants to watch that game, they'll be on ESPN3 here tonight in Brookings, South Dakota. Biola against San Diego. Spring Hill, South Alabama. Utah Tech, Washington. Midland University, South Dakota. We got Northern New Mexico versus Northern Colorado. Detroit Mercy, North Dakota. Columbia, Memphis, Arkansas, Oakland. Wilmette versus Portland. Park University, Utah Valley. We got Texas Southern, University of Texas Arlington. Howard Payne versus Texas State. North Dakota State, Montana. Pepperdine, UNLV. We got East Tennessee State versus number 1 South Carolina. Hawaii, Oregon State. We got New Mexico, Southern Utah. Multnomah versus Boise. I don't know what fucking college is. Cal Poly versus UCLA. Wisconsin, Milwaukee. So it's Wisconsin, the Lady Badgers versus Milwaukee, the Lady Panthers. Warren Pacific College versus Portland State. We got Westminster, Utah against Idaho State. Corban University versus Eastern Washington, New Orleans, and University of Texas El Paso. Southern and Iowa. Air Force Denver. San Diego State, and number 2 Stanford girls. And we have Northern Arizona and Arizona State. We have the number 8 girls of Iowa. Lady Cyclones took care of business against the ladies from Cleveland State, 87-54. We had number 22 ranked the Lady Cornhuskers won 100-36 over Omaha University. We had Jacksonville beating Johnson University 109-23. These are real scores, and those are real universities. We had Toledo beating Wright State 88-56. We had Robert Morris. The ladies of Robert Morris got their first win here today, 49-36 over St. Francis of Pennsylvania. The VC, the Lady Rams, won 65-42 over Lafayette. Indiana State, the Sycamore, Lady Sycamores won 64-62 over the Lady Billikens of St. Louis. And then the Lady Rutgers, Lady Scarlet Knights at Jersey Mike's Arena here. They beat the Lady Pride of Hoster here, 73-68 here. Florida State, the Lady Seminoles won 113-50. The Lady Blue Devils won 77-57 over North Carolina A&T. We had the Lady Tigers of Clemson winning 81-54 over Gardner Webb. We had the Lady Sparties winning 86-37 against Delaware State. We had Southeast Missouri beating St. Louis Pharmacy University 60-48. We had Southern Miss, the Lady Eagles of Southern Miss 81-58 to William Carey. The Lady Roos of Kansas City won 91-49 against Westminster College here, and the Lady Royals of Queens, they're out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Queens University here beat Felfer here 81-29 here, and then we had Northern Alabama. The Lady Lions won 78-68 against Christian Brothers. Then we had McNeese, the Lady McNeese Cowgirls won 110-26 against Wow. Some of these you think these wouldn't even exist as colleges, or like, why did these colleges even show up to play? Montana State ladies won 78-31 over Providence, Montana. We had the Lady Blazers winning 85-53 over Auburn Montgomery University. We had the Lady Red Storm winning 78-39 over Mammoth. We had the Lady Golden Eagles of Marquette beating the Fairleigh Dickinson 75-47. We had the Lady Horn Frogs here winning 69-62 over Lipscomb here. That was a bet I was going to bet on here. And we had the Lady Buffaloes winning 85-55 over New Mexico State. We had Lady UC Davis winning 84-36 over Bethel, Kansas. And then we had St. Mary's, the Lady Gales, winning 67-58. We had Georgetown, the Lady Hoyas, winning 77-46. We had the Lady Cougars of Washington State leading that won 93-41 over Loyola Marymount. We had the ladies of Prairie View A&M winning 98-47 over Hudson Tilson. Then we had the ladies of St. Francis Brooklyn, the Lady Terriers, winning 81-15 over sunny old Westboro. Then we had Richmond, the Lady Spiders beating Liberty here. So that actually cashed for me here as far as my bet here. I lost my first one here, but that one actually covered. So far I'm in men's one. I'm covered in my men's one so far. So, and let's read off our parlay here today. As I could show you it here. This is what I did, men's, and then I got the women's. Obviously the women's. I took the over 135 in the University of Pacific Tigers and the Stanford Cardinals. That cashed over. Now I need the over 140.5 between Harvard and Morehouse. I need the over 129.5 between New Jersey I-Tech and St. Peter's. I have the Houston Christian, the Huskies on the money line, Hoster Pride on the money line, the Canis Golden Griffins money line. I have Grand Canyon to win by 6.5 on the spread. I got Loyola Ramblers on the money line, and I got the San Francisco Dawn on the money line. If these 9 teams cash for me, I only bet $1. I'll win $414. Now the ladies, on the other hand, I took the over 135.5 of the Lady Wolfpack and the Gales, and that obviously went under. I took the Lady Spiders of Richmond money line. That was plus 157, so that cashed. I have the Lady Tigers of UOP right now on the money line minus 109. I have the Lady Bonnies on the money line plus 108. I have the over 108 and a half in the Navy and the William and Mary Lady Tribe and the Lady Midshipmen. The Bryant Bulldogs, the Lady Bulldogs of Bryant on the money line. I have the over 126 and a half between Davidson and High Point. And I have the Winthrop, the Lady Eagles here, Winthrop to cover the plus 43 tonight here. And I would have got $405 here, but that bet is not cash. So, but we have a lot to speak of though. We have a lot of basketball here, a lot of basketball. So let's get you an update here. We'll talk about buying and selling teams here. All right, so Pacific right here. All right, the Lady Tigers, they're leading here, 68-44 here. Gonna be probably gonna be my pick here, my local pick. That university is about 45 minutes away from me in Stockton, California. Not very good area or good city, I'd say. I mean, there is good areas, but I mean, where in the world is a good area anymore? To be honest with you. But these ladies of UOP are going to get a win today here. The guys played tough. They covered the spread against Stanford, definitely. I think they did. I mean, I'll have to make sure I have to check that. But yeah. So all right. So that's all right. So we got an update here. We're in the second half here with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in this game. James Madison has 115 points here. To Valley Forge is 31 here. So, man, if you took the over in that game, you definitely cashed. And then we have Greensboro here. Greensboro's leading 37-21 here with a minute 34 left in the first half here. And Morehouse is leading 29-19 against Harvard here. So, obviously a 48-point difference here. Morehouse has a 10-point lead here. And they were actually big time underdogs here. And I probably should have bet that here as far as the men's side goes. And then the Oakland Grizzlies are out to a 15-0 lead against Defiance, the Yellow Jackets here. So we had a couple games starting at the clock here. We obviously got the NBA here. So let's run down the NBA here. Let's get some NBA. All right, so we got a pretty full slate of NBA tonight here. Let's run it down here. We have the Washington Wizards and the Charlotte Hornets. We have the Houston Rockets and the Orlando Magic. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Detroit Pistons. We got the New Orleans Pelicans and the Indiana Pacers. We have the Phoenix Suns and the Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks. We have the Portland Trailblazers, Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors, and the Bulls playing a back-to-back here. Bulls lost yesterday, so maybe the Bulls get a revenge game here today at home. We got the Celtics versus the Grizzlies. We got the Knicks versus the Timberwolves. We got the Nuggets and the Spurs. We have the Nets and the Mavericks. We got Kings and Warriors. Kings and Warriors. I mean, shit, both teams are. Warriors actually have a better record. Kings actually have a better record than the Warriors here, 3-5 and 3-7. And then the Lakers are 2-7 here. Yeah, Utah's 8-3 here. And then we got Cleveland here versus the Clippers here, 8-1, 5-5 here. So the only undefeated team here is the Milwaukee Bucks here. But I think tonight here, I think the Atlanta Hawks here get the best of them here tonight. I think the Atlanta Hawks get the best of them tonight here. I I mean, that would be my bet there here. All right, let's go to NHL here. Let's run down NHL. All right, NHL. We got only 3 games on the ice tonight. We got the St. Louis Blues that are 3-6 against the 10-2 Boston Bruins. We got the Calgary Flames against the New York Islanders. And we got the Edmonton Oilers and the Washington Capitals. Those are the only 3 hockey games there is. At that, we got the NFL game. Obviously, we got the Ravens and the Saints here. Obviously, you got the 5-3 Ravens here against the 3-5 New Orleans Saints. Ravens getting some help. Obviously, Roquan Smith here. I mean, obviously, doesn't help that they're going to be probably without. I don't think they're without Gus Edwards unless he got ruled out too. But they did rule out Mark Andrews, so Isaiah Likely. So if anybody's doing a daily fantasy parlay tonight, definitely would like to put Isaiah Likely in there, even though New Orleans has been playing well as a defense at home. So Frank Wright has been fired here, so they named Jeff Saturday. Many people don't understand. If you don't know who Jeff Saturday was the center for Peyton Manning here. What? What's up, gangster? You chip it? You gonna chime in on this or what?
I made my college basketball picks right now. I still gotta do NBA.
Oh, Rashawn Gary. So that doesn't help Packers. They lost linebackers torn ACL. He's lost for the season here. All right. Yeah, I mean.
Still gotta make my NBA picks. That was a lot of fun games tonight.
And then we got Thursday night football here. We got Panthers and Falcons. So interesting to see both teams. But yeah, the Falcons lost a heartbreak. The Panthers pretty much got beat, but they showed life at least with Baker Mayfield. But they're going back to PJ Walker, so and that's why I'm definitely fading the Panthers here. But yeah, a lot of games tonight. A lot of NBA here.
Yeah, I gotta make my pick. So I wanted to do my college basketball first. My first one I did. Yeah, I was coming to tell you that they're fucking you.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
My first pick, I picked Michigan.
All right, you got Michigan.
Michigan, Villanova.
Michigan, Villanova. Kentucky.
Air Force Falcons.
Air Force. All right, the Battle of Falcons over there against Bowling Green. All right.
Francis, PA, Red Flash.
Okay.
I picked South Dakota State, and then I picked Winnipeg Bobcats. That'll be 208 if I win that. So I went with three favorites and three.
Who?
The Winnipeg Bobcats.
Oh, Quinnipiac.
My bad.
Quinnipiac. All right. That's good.
And then my second college pick, I did William and Mary.
Dude, I should have picked Morehouse. They're beating fucking.
I saw that.
They were plus fucking money, dude.
So I picked William and Mary Tribe. I picked Hofstra Pride. I picked Chattanooga. I picked Northeastern Huskies. I picked Ohio Bobcats. I picked Miami Hurricanes. And then I picked Vanderbilt. That'll be a 151. This one's more of a plus. This is more of a not so crazy because the
Right.
spreads are kind of close, but anything can happen in the first game of the season. We saw that with football. We saw that the Jets beat the Bills.
Uh oh. Now Harvard's leading now. 47-27 now. Oh, Harvard's leading now here. Well, see, I need a point. See, this is what I bet. See, my women's bet's already fucked, but all these are winning right here. They won, they're winning. Well, they were kind of losing, and this one's kind of high. Well, and these games haven't started yet, but this game's on here. I needed to go over one. And it's going what 174. See, look at that. See, it's already at 149 and a half. See, so that's good. And so the next game I need is I put St. Peter. I figured they're gonna have to go the over. They're gonna. Well, I didn't pick them on the money line or the spread. I wanted to. I mean, they're probably gonna win, but that's why right. That's why I picked them on the spread because I figured they'll.
That's why I like to integrate.
Then
Some of them
I
are pretty
picked
ridiculous,
I
but
picked Houston Christian plus 500. I should have picked
I mean, there's a lot of them. Any of those upsets, like
Hofstra. I picked Hofstra.
there's some teams that
I
I'm
picked
like,
Canis. I picked them on the spread. I picked them on the money line. I picked them on the money line.
because there's a lot of them that are like
Um,
plus 1300. It's like if one of those fucking teams like win,
right.
dang, fuck, dude, you know?
Like I mean, we should do one. Like we should pick like a crazy ass one. Just do like because this would be the best time to do it. Like,
Yeah.
but not like crazy, but like a crazy one that we know
I
could
mean,
cash.
my
Not like against somebody against like Gonzaga or
my
some shit. But
win last night almost cashed. Fuck, dude, it was like the last 3 minutes, and my bet went to shit.
all right, so these are the live games that are on right now. There's about to be some on in about 4 minutes. The next game's the ones that start at 3. So all right, there's that one. There's the live men. Let's see the live women's here. See the Quinnipiac ladies. They're getting their shit pushed in. But see, look at the lady. Look at the lady Hurricanes. They're really good. And so that means all these other ones.
I gotta go make my NBA pick.
Dude, how much is it? How much is the? How much? Let's see. How much is the Hawks tonight here? They're plus 140. I think the Hawks can. I think the Hawks can get the Bucks, dude, and ending that streak. Celtics and Grizzlies is gonna be a good game. Grizzlies at home. I mean, the Bulls lost, so they're favorite. What about Spurs against the Nuggets at home? They're plus 244. Kings and the Warriors. I mean, that's. I don't know if I want to touch the Kings. They look at the over unders 234 points, and then Clippers here. Lakers are plus money, obviously. Brooklyn Nets are plus money. I don't know. I don't know if I touch the Knicks on that. Trailblazers. I don't know if I touch them either. Then you got 76ers. Well, that's because James Harden's. Then you got Pistons are plus money. Then you got the Rockets are plus money. Pacers are plus money against Pelicans. And then the Wizards. The Wizards.
I'm gonna go with Pacers tonight.
The Wizards might be able to beat Charlotte.
They should. I mean, Wizards aren't bad. They don't, like, I don't know how much they lost by yesterday, but
Rockets and Magic was at 223. Yeah, that's an interesting game. That's it, because I think that could be a high scoring game. I think that could go over.
what? Magic and the Rockets?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, because just by because they put up points. Thunder and Pistons might be another one too, but that's only 2 points. That's not a bad spread either.
Thunder's playing pretty good. That's probably why they have it that way, because they're kind of both like on the same kind of. I mean, those two teams were pretty suck teams last year. You know what I mean?
All right, let me see if I can find some the ones we might be able to, ones we might be able to bet. Unless you do, unless you do the girls ones too. I don't know. I picked some decent ones today. The girls won. Coppin State's plus 420. They're plus 420. They're against Charlotte. They would be a team that I would probably. I would stay away from New Orleans and then Villanova. I would stay with that. Insanely Purdue for Wayne. I wouldn't even dare do that near Merrimack either. That's why I took the Huskies because I think this team's they're okay, but maybe they got better this year. I don't know, but maybe the Huskies. And I just didn't want to touch the over under that 153. And then it's Queen's team. I don't know. The girls team won today. I don't know. I don't know if they beat. And then Manhattan. Manhattan maybe has a chance, but BC's generally pretty good. So I don't know. That's that'd be one team I would throw my hat maybe as far as was plus 1,000, or maybe this Green Bay Phoenix team. I don't know. I'm just looking at teams that might be able to cash. Maryland, East Shore. I don't know. Columbia against Rutgers. Ugh. See, when you picked that one, I like that. I like the Air Force. That was a good one. I thought maybe Holy Cross, but I don't know. I mean, Sienna's usually generally a pretty good team. Remember, we bet Sienna a couple times. And Mount St. Mary's, I don't think they'll be Virginia. West Virginia's football team sucks, but their basketball team's hell of a lot better. I mean, Albany against Townsend. I mean, and then you picked the Red Flash against St. Bonnie's.
Well, I picked them because they cashed for me last year before them and the St. Francis, New York one as well.
I mean, Wagner. I mean, Wagner. I don't know.
You
Wagner.
kind of when it comes to underdogs like that, you kind of just gotta pick. You know,
Like for me, it's like, do they? I mean, well, for me, I like. I mean, I know that, but to me, it's still like, what
like you said, it's the first game of the season. You just don't know.
exactly? You're coming in with. They're coming in with. And I'm looking at.
Some of those games are about to start, right?
Yeah, 3:30, like Michigan, Villanova. They start 3:30, so they're gonna start 30 minutes. It's weird because this one, like this, it's like this one's behind. Then if you go on here, if you go on here, these motherfuckers are these motherfuckers are way ahead. So I mean, that's all I'm saying. I mean, and you picked South Dakota State. I thought that was a good another good upset team. That's a
Like I said,
close
I just
game.
went based off the spread. If
And Quinnipiac's not a bad pick either.
I was like,
I
the
thought about that.
spreads
I
aren't
thought about the
very
spread on them, but
the spreads aren't very big, so it's like I kind of try to go to that because then I feel like that means that they feel like it's gonna be semi-close of a game, you know. So I feel like my chances.
and Hofstra, I like Hofstra. They're usually a good team. Princeton's usually
I
good
never
too.
really picked them.
And then you picked the Tribe, didn't you, William and Mary? Yeah, because that's a good pick against the Navy. Because Navy, I mean, I picked the girls. The girls Navy team is pretty fucking. But I mean, Alabama State. I mean, maybe they might upset UAB, but I don't know. And Northeastern, I thought that was a
You
good
kind of just
one.
gotta go with what speaks to you. That's kind of what I do. Whatever I see, and I'm like, I kind of like that. I mean, that's what I did last night. I was like, fuck it, put a $5 bet on Titans. I mean, it didn't work out for me, but I mean, for the most part, they dominated that
I
game.
mean, unless this team right here, fucking. But UMass, they're generally really good, and they're probably gonna put the bricks to these guys. Unless you pick like I said, unless Wichita, no, I don't. It's the Shockers. Oh man, no. And Stony Brook. At that point, you're just trying to you're picking hope for upsets. Like Little Rock, Arkansas. I mean, maybe. But that's just. And then Fairfield to beat Wake Forest. Then maybe Murray, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean that's looking at Chicago State. I mean, they won last year, but I mean Northwestern. I think their basketball team's got to be better than their fucking football team. And like I said, I bet Chicago State here, but I don't know if I put them in there. Unless you think North Dakota State can beat Arkansas here, and that's a crazy one.
I mean, they cashed for me, but that was last year though.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of them that you really can't. It's just like if you look at it, it's like, ooh, the retrievers against Tulane. I mean,
That's all you just gotta pick, dude. You look at the numbers, and if they look good, just pick it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm just trying to think of ones that we have a good chance to probably cash it on here. Like if we wanted to if we wanted to just do a crazy one that way, we just have to pick a couple of them. We wouldn't have to pick a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like you said, just pick.
That's what I did in my second one. I kind of picked more pluses first one I made was kind of both. Fucking Alcorn, you know. Cal State Fullerton.
The Titans over there.
San Diego, yeah. Tritons.
And then you got Earl Roberts.
Rice Owls. I picked them before, but
Yeah. Southern University against UNLV. I mean that's like Weber State and Washington. I mean, shit. Sac State Hornets.
Days against the fucking against Cal.
Yeah, so these are the
Yeah, look at Sacramento State.
right.
Plus 400, bro.
Yeah. I mean, Southern they're pretty good, but I mean, Southern. I mean, they were good, but can they beat UNLV? I mean, UNLV's probably they probably got a really good team, and then I think Weber State against the Huskies. Huskies probably got a really good team. So I don't know. I mean, that's it's kind of it's getting dicey. I mean, Long Beach State, you get over Long Beach State over, like like if we put like, well, I'd have to put on yours because I don't have any more because I already bet mine. We could do that. We do that one, and then you just like try to find like some decent high ones. I mean, I don't. Oral Roberts, they were usually generally good, but I don't know against it's.
Or maybe that UC San Diego. That's only a 3 spread.
Seattle, they were good last year for me.
Yeah.
I bet those. I bet that team last year. Right. And then Rio Grande's, are they really going to beat Kansas State? Fuck no.
Montana State Bobcats.
I mean, them against Grand Canyon. I mean, Grand Canyon's good. I mean, I picked them, but I mean, we could always go opposite. Just on a crazy note that hey, because if you just with those two, that's almost $8 right there with those two. I mean, because I mean, you want to put some ones that you know are gonna win, but like Utah Valley State. I mean, is Gardner Webb gonna beat Colorado State? I mean, because Colorado State did they does Gardner Webb come out there and take an upset? Because maybe Colorado State has they lost some of the guys they had from last season. That was really good. I mean, damn, it just changed now. As I'm talking about it, it's fucking changed. Isn't that crazy? Like you start talking about it and it changes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, damn.
Going down now.
It's going down now. What is everybody jumping on the Gardner Webb bandwagon or what? There's something. Is there something with that or something with that here? Should I gotta put the 34 right there. Well, I just have to go sign in my name, but it still keeps it in. I don't know what the hell that was, but I don't know. I just figured just looking at. Then you got Incarnate Word. That's a pretty close game. Incarnate Word. I mean, there was. I mean, Evansville. I don't know. Maybe they're a good team. I don't know. Like I said, some of these 200 teams, like you don't know. Like I said, Incarnate Word, they're really good at football, but what are they good at basketball though? And them getting plus 116 and it being plus 2.5, they think it's probably gonna be a close game. I don't know. And then Radford here, and you got the Retrievers here. I mean, Creighton's gonna be a good team. Lehigh, I mean, I don't think, you get Syracuse, I don't know. And then you got, then he's in that, then Chicago State, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't dare try to take their. So I'd say like a. North Carolina, Asheville Bulldogs in Central Florida. It might be an interesting matchup there. Then you got Murray State and St. Louis, but St. Louis, you know how they were last year. Well, you picked St. Louis, didn't you? Well, no, you picked them last year, but I know you even picked them this year. 13 and a half. Arkansas, Little Rock. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're playing in Southern Illinois. Southern Illinois. Usually they generally have a good football. I mean, basketball team. Usually, generally. I used to pick Little Rock last year, but I don't know. Yeah, Memphis. It's Vanderbilt. I mean, that's a good pick for you. I mean, Memphis. Fucking no way Stony Brook beats Florida.
They do tonight.
Oh
Smack
man.
yourself in the face.
And then I mean I don't know the Greyhounds in Maryland beat DePaul. I mean I don't know. I think some of them, it's tempting, but are they that good of a team? And it's like Central Connecticut. I like to pick them, but Bobcats. That was a good pick there for you. I picked Hofstra already. I mean, Alabama State Hornets. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to look at like see as far as what have they done here. And plus, like I said, it's starting to get closer to game time. And then obviously NBA, like you said too, you're gonna start picking NBA here. All right, here it starts at 4:30 here. It's weird I don't get to pick the Army, but see, look at didn't I tell you that Coppin State team?
Yeah.
I was telling you that Coppin State team, they're pretty, but Charlotte, they got to be better. So they think UAB is a better team here. All right, all right. So Alabama State, they play. I mean, if you look at it, look at the score. I mean, if you look at UAB, they score a lot. So maybe what's the over under here? They got 149. So you know, home against like other competition, like I said, like looking at like these teams here, they pretty much beat them pretty good. But that wouldn't be over here. If it went like this, it would definitely go over.
So what are we at right now?
We're at 34 with 3.
So we gotta pick at least two more.
So I was thinking that, but I'm like, I mean, some way we know we probably cash that
I almost picked.
that we both haven't picked
I
here.
almost picked. What's it called? I almost picked the Idaho Vandals. I almost picked them.
There's Brown.
Yeah, I almost picked Idaho. I don't know what the song is like. You telling me about like that game.
Albany, the Great Danes here. I mean, like I said, not too many to pick from here, really. We're trying to pick an upset here. If you pick this one, look at that. That's already right there. Boom. That's already $300 right there. If you just pick one, you pick one of these, just one of those. Um, I mean that's the thing here. Well, I mean, if you look at it, both these teams weren't really good.
Green Bay has a win. They have like 5 losses in a row.
Right, and that was like from last year, and that's I mean all we basically we just pick Long Beach State. We're on the other side of Montana. We're taking Gardner Webb, and we're taking that. Oh, hold on. I gotta go sign. I have to go sign in years then. I'll make it in years because I can't make it in years here.
Oh yes to Ben and what was that? Why would I do that?
All right, all right. So we already did. All right, so this is gonna be a little crazy one here. That this shit hits here. I mean,
I want to go make my NBA one.
make the NBA picks. Make the pick 'em. All right. All right. Here we got me and my sister's wild. We got the crazy. We got our crazy college parlay here. College b-ball here. Parlay here. Ken and Miz here. 11, 11-7 here. All right, so we got Long Beach here. Long Beach State here on the money line here, plus 175. Yeah, Montana State here, money line here, plus 225 here. And then taking Gardner, Gardner Webb money line here. 76 here. We're taking Wisconsin, Green Bay. Money line here. Plus 829 here. That's all we need. I bet here to cash out here. Cash out at 311. 19 here. So, all right. So let's get to it here. We got to hop, skip, and jump to it here. Then we get to our Bucks Germany. Oh, Goji should have took Mixon for McCaffrey, bro. Oh, really? Really? When I beat you, I beat you, Goji. I beat you. And I'm gonna beat your dad unless fucking Lamar Jackson throws for like fucking has 8 touchdowns tonight and goes off. And the Saints defense fucking picks him off a couple times. But Bucks in Germany, yeah, I mean, hey, Bucks will be in Germany, and they will be. But Goji, man, yeah, appreciate you stopping by, brother. Hey, you weren't getting no McCaffrey for me, man. I don't care. I'll take an L this week to your dad. It's okay. It's okay. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. Sometimes, you know. But I mean, my team's gonna be good here. I feel like my team going down the stretch. We're good. We're good. We'll be all right. I mean, basically, it's holding on by a thread because Cooper Cup and Chris Godwin isn't really doing too much of anything here. But hey, we'll be okay. I appreciate you and HDX. The Bucks. Armando Montalongo. Bucks. I'm Germany. Hey, that's awesome, guys, man. But yeah, we gotta go over here and go over here and check out all this. All right, so fast forward here a bit here. Gotta make sure that got guys in my lineup here, my NBA lineup here. So we'll do that here, as we always do here. Oh, the Lady Bonaventures. Ooh. Oof. The Lady Bonnies here. The Lady Bonnies looked good, but just could not put up the points. And yeah. This Northeastern game here, this Northeastern game here, it's really, I'm telling you. And this is the first time I've actually bet on the women's teams here. So looks like the Bonnies are gonna give us the L here. Probably should have. We'll have 2 L's here. So far we've gotten one. The Quinnipiac girl there. Telling you. Marin Durant here. Oh, the Durant sister. I said, damn, they got more. At least they got more than 1 point. Holy cow, they were struggling. I'm telling you, they were struggling. Out the gates here, we got 95 points here. 95 points in the Navy, and so that bodes well. That bodes well for the over there. So that's looking good there. In the high point game here, we got 78 here, 78 points. So it's gonna probably be an under here. Looking like more of gonna be an under there. My loss on that one here as well. And damn, Lady Winthrop. Lady Winthrop, they're already down. They're already down 11. They're already down 11. I mean, you're 43, but that's okay. I mean, they can. Oh, and the Lady Bryant, they're already down. They're already down 5 here. They're already down 5. So not too bad here. Not too bad. So we'll see. We'll see what the Haps is here. The Haps on the craps. All right. So Oral Roberts. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could watch some of these games. Maybe if I might be able to get to watch some of this game here. Maybe watch this Northeastern, but I know it's So yeah, like I said, NBA tonight. If my leans here, we'll get into that here. Want to see definitely what we're looking at as far as getting our yeah lost by 16. By 16, so I'm sure that's gonna. All right. I mean, I'm trying to defend my fantasy, but okay, we can go to this here. Lady Wolfpack here. I mean, Quinnipiac, the girl. I mean, that's the thing. Like a lot of these teams, you don't know what's gonna happen here. Temple Lady Owls are keeping it close there. I mean, because you got to think certain teams are gonna keep it close with certain teams, and other teams are just gonna get blown out, and that's just the way it is. Hey, Lee Vanderlith drilled a jumper. Oh, there we go. 3-0. All right, most of these games are gonna be on at 4, so we're pretty fortunate and lucky here. But oh, but all right, so we can definitely go in place. Alright. Bethune, he's actually played pretty good here, so you might have to. I mean, Sexton's playing good here. I just have to take him out for AO. I mean, he's been doing really well, but and Jabari, I guess he's gonna be playing tonight here. He is available here, so that's why I kind of like it. Since you already have somebody in for. Let's see here. We got the right guys in here. Devin Booker. Got the Bama Bio in there. And Josh Giddey back in there. I mean, alright. We got Jaden Ivey here. I mean, oh, I mean, no way we put. I mean, let's we do this here. Let's we do the like that. And that case here. I mean, we have Franz here. Pablo Branchero here. That's what I'm saying. Then we have to evaluate who's going to take this last spot here. I mean, it's kind of like the matchup here. Kind of like we have bigs here. We have too many. So guards, I don't mind. So we'll I mean, honestly, I mean we could honestly probably just take out both of these guys here. I believe Bobo here. I like Bobo here. As far as a big man here, and then and I guess we can put Herder there. Here, Bobo here. That means I'm gonna be sitting here. Richards, Ion, Ivani. Alright, that's good here. But yeah. Alright, we're just gonna pick our things and we're gonna get off here. So we ran down all the scores here, ran all the things. Tomorrow we're gonna get into this NFL here. We're gonna get some deeper in NFL. It's a lighter slate of college basketball and stuff, so won't spend as much time here because it was today's biggest day, so we're gonna get some feelers out for some teams that we think. So we'll see. We'll see. But we'll be back tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat time. And I'm out.